Hey everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. So, in the last part we finished off the, we closed the keyhole in Hollow Bastion, which is the last main world of the game. And now it is time for the beginning of the end. It's time for the final area of the game, which is called the End of the World. Very nice, uplifting title there. My apologies. So yeah, we've got one last Gummy Ship section to go through before we're finally finished with Gummy Ships for the whole of the game. Well, you know, until I do Kingdom Hearts 2, which will probably be it'll be a while. I'm not going straight back into the Kingdom Hearts series. The next RPG I'm going to be doing actually is going to be Persona 5. So, gotta love that game. Anyway, so yeah, this is my apologies if my voice sounds a little bit off. But yeah, so this is the longest Gummy Ship section. And it's a little bit dull. I'm not really a massive fan of this section of the game. It's a little bit, you know, this Gummy Ship section just lasts way too long. It just takes way too fucking long, and yeah, I mean it's kind of cool to see, like, because obviously you're going to like the last area of the game, it's where you're going to face the last of the Heartless, and you're going to face off against Ansem. So of course it has to be kind of like, so it makes sense that there's a lot of ships and Heartless ships and loads of big enemies, loads of enemies coming at you, but it's still dull. Also, the background looks it's pretty cool looking, but other than that, there's not really a whole lot to see here. And we're finally here. I will say that I like how they show it off here. It does look really cool. I am a fan of that, but yeah, at long last, we're almost done. This is the last area of the game, the last section that we need to do before we move on. Thank you. Before we finish the game completely.
Those worlds will be restored if we.
So yeah, essentially this world is where
but if we do beat him,
all the Heartless come from, I think. No, it's not where all the Heartless come from, but it's where they're basically based and where Ansem is based. And this is pretty much where all the worlds that have been overtaken by the Heartless get kind of thrown to. So therefore, if we defeat Ansem and destroy this world, then everything should go back to normal. Hopefully. There's never anything said. It's like Goofy says here, it's like,
yeah, you're right.
It might do it. If we defeat Ansem and destroy this world, everything might go back. But at this point, it's kind of like we don't really have any more options. At this point, it's like this is the last kind of choice that we have to deal with all this. Mithril Shard. So yeah, this first section is a bit dull. Because essentially you're just trying to get to that ball of light in the distance, and got to open chests. Some chests you'll open. Some of the chests that will open have like enemies in them. Some are just stuff that you can use. And pretty much here is where the only place I think where you can get Pretty Stones, which are needed for you know, the rare items used for grinding. If you're wondering why I'm cutting past all these battles all of a sudden, it's because we've seen all these before. And if I keep all of them in, this section would have taken about 3 times longer. So I was kind of like, I'm going to cut all the shit out, because we've seen all these enemies before. We've fought all these enemies before, but when we get to the actual to the next proper area, then obviously I will show off those battles. But just here, it's just like a bunch of enemies that we've already fought, so let's just move on. I will say I do like how this first area looks. The like walking on water kind of thing with the colours and the colour of sky and all that. It's very striking looking, very interesting looking. But yeah, at this point I was just like, because I recorded I recorded this final world plus the final boss fights. I did that all in one like 2-hour lump, and at this point I was pretty much done. Gale is another item which is used for pretty much to get the ultimate Keyblade. That's pretty much what it's used for at this point, which I'm not particularly interested in because I have the Oblivion, I have the Olympia, and I have the Rose as well. But yeah, that's the final battle, and now we're here. The next section. There's quite a few items that you can pick up. In this section, there's a bit of a platform that needs to be done, but the fact that we now have unlimited, we now got the super glide, makes everything a hell of a lot easier. So, and there's no enemies here, so it's just a case of you know, of keep going down to the bottom. If you spot some chests on your way, then just get them on the way. Yeah, especially if you see a blue chest like this. I think this is, where is it? Yeah, the Meteor Strike for Donald, which is pretty useful. Areas, where are we? So there's Violetta. Yeah, look at that. +2 in attack, +1 in magic power. Plus it looks pretty cool, so that's useful to get. Try and get that. But yeah, at this point, all you gotta do is make your way down to the bottom. You could just ignore all the chests and just go straight to the bottom, find the hole, which has a light coming out of it. Where is it? There it is. You can just drop all the way down to the bottom, and there you go. You move on to the final area. Oh, I got a trophy, treasure hunter. I don't know what that's for. I guess that's just I picked up a certain amount of, found a certain number of chests in the world. But yeah, here we are. It's now time for the third section, and this one is a bit dull, so that's why I'm showing it off. So what you want to do is you want to head to the blue light, and then you want to head into the purple. Basically this takes you to an arena which is based on the worlds that you travelled through. So this first section here is in, Traverse Town, and you basically fight a bunch of enemies which you would find in Traverse Town. Yeah, so it's just basically a way of fighting a bunch of enemies, and it's actually pretty useful, particularly if you're like, you know, a couple of levels below. Like if you particularly if you're a couple of levels below. Below the minimum that you need to be in order to beat the boss, because the final boss is level 50. Hey, there we go. Donald learned MP Rage. That's useful. But yeah, so if you learn a bunch of, and it also gets you. There's always a treasure chest in every area as well, which gives you like a rare item for to create stuff. So yeah, just keep following the blue light, and we move on to the second area. Next purple, and we're in Wonderland. Is it Wonderland? Yeah, it is Wonderland. Sorry, losing my mind. So yeah, it's pretty much just. I hate these pricks. They're so annoying. Sorry. So it's just a case of keep blasting at them and take out the enemies, and you'll eventually get done. It's a good place for grinding actually, because you can just go back and forth and keep re-entering these areas, I think. So if you want to level grind, then it's pretty easy to do it here. And we got the Thunder Gem, which is not that rare to be honest, but it's we've got it done and out of the way. Next area, and yeah, this is the rest of this part. How long have we got? Oh god. We have 9 minutes of watching battles. This is going to be fun. And then so the next area we're in is Olympus Coliseum, and I think the enemies that you face become more like difficult as you go. Like you fight, like here we're fighting defenders and we're fighting the dragoons. Here these dragon enemies, which are actually the dragon enemies aren't that hard. What makes them hard in the original what makes them hard in Hollow Bastion is the fact that fuck you, hit him. There you go. Is that you fight them in places where you have the chance of falling off, you know, a pit and having to climb all the way back up. They're just more annoying than anything else. Whereas here, because there's no way that you can possibly fall. Yeah, that guy gave me some shit. But because you're basically in an enclosed space, there's no way to fall. No way you can fall. We just move on. We can just get going. We can take him out fairly quickly. And I think this is where I kind of fuck up. No, here we go. I do get it here. I know at some point I just give up on getting these. And I go the wrong way. Right, let's go through here. Shit. Alright, I have to go back out this way. Let's go. Onwards to the next area. Is this the annoying one? I'm trying to remember. We'll soon find out, I guess. Yeah, so you just have to keep doing this. It's kind of like a mini level rush, I guess, like World Rush, where you just fight a bunch of random enemies. I think it's just... This world feels kind of weird, just because you have like a battle section where you basically open the chests and you battle enemies. Then you've got like a platforming section where you have to pick up where you can pick up items and new weapons if you want to. And then you've got this area where you basically go back to Old Worlds, and once again it's fighting. And then after this we've got trying to remember, we've got a boss. Then we've got sorry. Then we've got another kind of enemy rush, and then finally you've got the final boss of the game, the 3-tiered final boss fight. So yeah, this is pretty much nothing but fighting enemies, whether they be bosses or whether they be little enemies. Back to Agrabah yet again. So yeah, we've got to fight more of these assholes. So yeah, this one's a bit more weird, I would say, because you have to go to various sections in order to make the enemies spawn. And yeah, here I'm like, fuck, just die, thank you. I always hate the large bodies. Ah, let me get behind you. There you go, lad. You're done. And now more of these. These aren't too bad. I actually enjoy fighting those. These are like, you know, the guys with the swords. They're kind of they're fun to fight. It's just the large bodies, man. I guess technically these are fire bodies, I think, because they shoot fire. But same design though, pretty much. Just irritating. Yeah, fuck you. Have some fire yourself, you little bitch. Yeah, can't go out that way. Alright. Let's head this way. This is also a good place actually to grind for money if you need it. Not that you would at this point, I think. You know, there's not really much you need to buy at this point. Like, the only things I bought were like potions, high potions, elixirs, and mega elixirs. You know, that's pretty much the only thing you need. Next area, and it is. Ah, here it is. Silence phone. Phone's talking to me. My apologies. Fucking hell. Did I say Siri? I don't think I did. Anyway, fuck. So yeah, this is the annoying one, and it's, you know, I've complained about this enough. But I'll say it again. I fucking hate it. It's just the controls are so different. You know, that it's just not needed. You know, I just hate it. Like, going back to this now after not done Agrabah in not done Atlantica in so long, it really reminds me of how much I fucking can't stand it. Yeah, but you know, in my opinion, it's still worse in Kingdom Hearts 2, but that's for another time. Anyway, next area, we're nearly done. We're getting there, I promise. Time for Halloween Town, and yeah, this one is a bit of a cakewalk because they don't really have too many enemies that are that powerful. They're just annoying, you know. It's the ghosts that like to vanish and then reappear at random intervals, which is kind of frustrating. And then these assholes, which, you know, hit fairly hard, I guess, but, you know, they're not too difficult. So yeah, we're continuing. I don't know why they decided to choose the boss area. Why they didn't, because everywhere else they don't really choose the boss arena, they choose a random part of the level. So I don't really understand it, but I think it's the only one. This is the only one that they do this in. Yeah, I just find it bizarre. And yes, you have to fight them all. They all have to die. Sorry. So now, yeah, we're done. Let's move on, shall we? Oh, chest. What have we got? A lucid gem. Great. I'm so grateful for you giving me that game. Let's go, shall we? Fucking hell. Let's finish this off. I think we got one more to go through, and then I think after this one we're done. Yeah, we are. It's the last one. Time for Wonderland. No, don't shag the pole, Sora. Get up. Get on the lad. Get on the lad. Donald, you're an arsehole. Go away. Now we go into one of these rooms. It's this one. Oh yeah, the barrels. Kind of annoying, but you know, kill themselves, so that's something. Oh, here we go. Another enemy. Boom. Done. And I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. No more enemies? No, there's a chest though. What's the chest? Oh, we got the mighty shield for Goofy. Which once again, that's useful. See, look at that. Strength goes up from 36 to 42. That's a significant upgrade. It's a small ass shield though. We're stop shagging the pole, Sora. Let's go. Yeah, I'm trying. This one is a little bit weird to work out where you have to go. But you have to go through that door and then you're done. And that was the shortest one. So that's really. So that's all that done. So now we have to enter the green room. Yeah, the final one. This one's easy. You open a chest, get a Mega Elixir, and then you can save, which we do, save, and leave. That's it for Winnie the Pooh's world. Don't even get to see anybody, don't fight anybody, but it's done. But anyway, that's it for this part of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Join me next time when we're facing off against a new enemy. We'll be facing off against, we'll be doing our first boss, and we'll also be nearing the very end of the game. We've only got a few parts to go, so join me next time for the next part of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. See you next time.